Hey guys, AJ here, and I was on mute and I didn't know it. Do growing pains. But anyways, so yeah, guys, I so for those of you guys who aren't on the Discord, I was in Facebook. I mean, excuse me, in YouTube jail for a little bit, and my Kennelly video got a warning on it, and then the Brian Ruffino video got taken down. So I appealed them both and I got unyeeted from YouTube. So what happens is that if you break the copyright, then you can't post anything for an entire week, right? So I think that had happened to me once before. But yeah, so I had appealed, and this was yesterday, and they got back to me and they took my strikes back, and so now I can go live and post and stuff again. But I don't know why the Rufino video got taken down. He's the one that had the Billabong sweater, and I don't. I mean, Kennelly, yes. I think I was just calling him all kinds of names because he's a piece of trash, right? So I will have to try and like focus on being, I guess, like not as mean. I don't know. It's so hard, you know what I mean? Guys like Kennelly and all them, you just want to punch them in the face, you know. But I should probably be Cornholio's in the house. How you doing, buddy? But yeah, so I should probably be. I don't know. I'll try and I should not do any. Maybe I'll like kind of try and have a line that I won't cross when I'm just laying into these dudes. But it's really hard. So, and it's crazy too because some of these two, I did the roughing up video a while ago, and it's like there's just some algorithm or whatever that's going back through all the uh um on past videos. So yeah, man. And I know Estavares in the comments had said that YouTube's been doing this a lot. So I'll find a way to make it work, guys. I'm gonna make a backup channel also just in case. And yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of annoying. I mean, it didn't work out that bad because I just kind of appealed. But I would just like, I would really wish if they could tell me like directly like what is wrong, you know? So, but here, let me see. I'm gonna drop the link for anyone who wants to join in the conversation. And I have a really crazy story too to share. So if anyone wants to jump on, this is a informal type of a hangout deal here. But hold on one second. One second. Let me share my screen here. Excuse me. And if you haven't joined the Discord, all my cornholio, I'm looking at you, buddy. Join the Discord because we talk about a lot of funny stuff over there. So let me see here. Let me share my screen. And Heather, you, how are you? Thanks for the positive feedback. It really helps to keep me going. I mean, I really, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't expect to get this much support. I mean, I just really thought that it would just be me talking trash into a microphone all by myself. But yeah, the fact that all you guys keep coming back and give me support and leaving these comments is hilarious. I was just talking to my to a friend of mine earlier today who had discovered my TCAP channel, and he was laughing at all the comments. Hey, almighty Cornholio, I didn't either until Alex and Josh and a couple other subscribers asked for it. So, but all right, let me share my screen while and once again, to anyone who wants to call in? The link is in the chat. Share my screen. So check this out, guys. Look at this. School umpire, carnival worker among dozens arrested in Polk County sting, says the sheriff. February 24th, 2023. So this just happened. Absolute clown world. So Winter Haven, Florida, the Polk County Sheriff's Office announced over 24 arrests in an undercover operation. In news release, the Sheriff's Office said that multiple agencies collaborated for 2 weeks on Operation Child Protector 3, which focused on predators targeting children. So I actually have the video that we can watch. So we can kind of skim over the article. But let me see. Detectives posed as children on social media platforms, online dating sites, and apps. They also conducted a review of the RSO predator compliance with Florida's registration laws, and specifically focused on convicted offenders and predators with prior child victims within Polk County. 30 arrests were made. 30 people. Wow. Look at this. All these people. You know, there's a couple of women that they caught too. Judd Hines and Needle were wanted after they were caught trying to groom the person who they thought was 13. And then it was an undercover detective. Oopsie. Let me see. Oh yeah. Two suspects traveled to meet the decoy with the intention of battering. 6 others engaged in conversations. This he umpired high school games. Man, he's a very, very nasty guy. He's graphic. This other guy had already been in jail for being with a 14-year-old. Man, that is crazy. Yeah, so here's the actual report. Let me share here. And if you can, check out this WFLA news channel, because if this is the one that I remember, this sheriff, he tells it like it is, man. He is not playing. So, and yeah, I have Colorado Pet Patrol written down. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but that'll be something that I'm gonna do in the future. That's for sure. So here we go.
Talk about Operation Child Protector 3. And as you can see, our partner groups, our agencies that are with us. First, I want to introduce you to Mark Brutnell. Mark is with Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
He's kind of
introduces everyone here. And physically challenged. Well, our goal here today was to arrest really, really bad guys who were preying on the young folks, or trying to prey on the young folks.
Oh no, he said it right the first time. They were preying on, because a lot of them had been convicted before, which is crazy.
Our detectives, who are simply the very best in this business,
they're not Chris Hansen,
were once again doing what they do best, and that was to find predators before they get to our
Cornholio, man. How are you?
I got a mouthful of food.
What's that?
I got a mouthful of food. Hang on.
Okay.
Children. But unfortunately today, you're also going to find that our Special Victims Unit worked 2 cases where the predators did get victims, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But we have arrested 30
people, and
there's 7 that have outstanding,
I know, right?
warrants, and we need them in custody. So if you recognize these people or know where they are,
dang, look at this guy. If you ever saw this dude with the beard skulking around a playground, this is not the type of dude that you want hanging out around a Baskin Robbins, man. Oh man, horrible.
Or please let us know because we're after them.
Good, yes, be after.
30K.
And guys, this is Florida. They are not playing. This isn't like California and Washington State, you know, where they yeah, so we'll just slap them on the wrist. This is Florida, man. They got bounty hunters and all types of stuff after them.
Cases. 10 of them were what we call travelers, or those trying to groom or attack children.
Yikes.
The other 27 were already sex offenders that were convicted.
Look at that. See? There's a woman. Look at that. Look. Okay. You got Patricia Colbert here. Carol Rude. So look, the 2 out of these, however many, were female. That's crazy. And look at this bunch of winners right here, man. Every single one.
Hey, creepiness knows no gender.
Seriously. And that's one of the messages that I try and like get out on this channel is there's this people. I think that it took TCAP for a big group of people to understand that you never know what a pervert looks like. Black, white, Hispanic, rich, poor, military. You know what I'm saying? And
Except
also
for Donald
everyone.
Morrison.
I know, right? Everyone assumes that it's just men, but it's women too. And that's why I always try and do articles and stuff about these women doing this, because no one says anything, and when they do, no one cares. And when anything happens, they get a slap on the wrist for it. It's crazy.
And they had some type of violation. There's a set of rules once they get out of prison that they have to follow. Rules such as we need to know where you live. If you change addresses, you must contact us and give us the appropriate information. They can't have cell phones, maybe.
That's a tough job, man. I would want to be a sheriff or a chief of a police. No thanks.
Or digital devices, or be online. There's a whole group of policies and practices that they have to follow. When they don't, they're in violation. Our partners from FTC help us focus on these folks, and that's what we did. So I want to
look at this guy. He looks like someone just beat the crap out of him, like right before the pictures. Probably the cops. He was trying to run, and they just gave him a good stomp or two. Which, hey, these guys, I don't mind.
And go through our different flashcards here so that you see some of the horrible people that we're dealing with. So I want to start with a couple that we want.
Man.
We want Bradley Hines. He's 34 years of age. He was...
Man, Bradley Hines has lived a tough life, man. He's 34. He looks a lot older than that, that's for sure.
Grooming a child online. He did not travel to the undercover location or he would have been arrested. So he didn't travel, but he was sending pictures of himself nude or somebody else nude.
Wouldn't it be great to hear this guy either doing an interrogation or actually acting as Chris Hansen? So what was your plan here?
Sir, is this your genitalia?
Nude that, and he thought he was sending these pictures to a 13-year-old child.
Man.
But what he was sending them to is one of our undercover detectives.
Oopsie.
Now, he lives in the Pinellas Park area. So if you recognize him, we would certainly like for him to spend the weekend in the county jail, the next weekend in the county jail, and the next weekend in the county jail, and then ultimately go to prison. But he's at large right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Say 3 hots and a cot, right?
Kenneth Neat.
Yep.
Kenneth is 59 years of age. He's supposedly from the Sefner area. We want him too. He thought he was grooming a 13-year-old female.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has his notes written on the back of the flashcard or whatever.
And he did this with very graphic challenges to the young lady and very graphic language.
I'm gonna try and find, like, it'll probably take a week or two, but they'll probably release all the information related to this case in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. It'll be interesting to read some other chat logs and stuff, or even follow this case as it keeps going.
And in part of the communications with her, he said, "I'm old enough to be your grandpa." But yet he still said these ugly, vile things to this, what he thought was a 13-year-old child.
And maybe you want to see my saggy...
Let me introduce you to some of the people that we arrested. For example, here's Leo Centron.
Look at
He's from Lakeland.
look at. Don't run from the cops, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, guys, I'm not anti-police. I'm pro-good. I'm pro-good cop and anti-bad cop. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel any sympathy for any of these dudes because he is probably acting stupid, and then his mouth wrote a check that his butt couldn't cash.
Mm-hmm.
His claim to fame, according to him, is he
said his claim to fame.
He's an umpire. He's umpired.
Oh, he's the umpire.
Games, college, D1, Division I, Division II. He wants to be a professional umpire.
Not anymore.
He claims to have umpired or some of these, what I would call farm league professionals. He traveled to meet what he thought was a 13-year-old male after grooming online. He too was very graphic.
Man.
He lives with his parents, and now he's charged with significant crimes. He bonded out of jail. This is a nasty, nasty guy.
It's nasty.
So he bonded out of jail, and they're still trying to find him. Did he run?
Bonded and absconded.
But this was Samuel Zollner. He's from St. Pete.
Oh man, just say no to drugs, kids. Look at this guy's face. Look at this guy's face. Oh man.
Claims he sells protein powder online and he's self-employed.
What?
Let me give you a little history about him.
Uh-oh. Please
He's
do.
from Michigan. He met a live victim online and had sex with
he did it once before.
14-year-old female when he was 18. They gave him 2 years of probation. Do you think he could complete that probation? Of course not.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Did you see the last live that we did when we talked about that 19-year-old kid who met the 14-year-old, and then he actually got off the RSO because they were trying to say that it was consensual?
I don't think I saw that one. I was moving last couple days.
Yeah. All right. So on the last live, we talked about this about people who hate on these types of investigations, right? And they had this thing where there's these parents, they were saying their 19-year-old who had met a girl on Tinder that was 14. They were saying, oh, he got railroaded because she consented and blah 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 blah. And they were like, all these people were all trying to be like, oh yeah. And not only did he get his record expunged, but he's not on the RSO because they were trying to say that she consented. But 14-year-olds can't consent. Why is it that this guy did the same thing, That's crazy.
Yeah, because you're going to be 18 to use Tinder anyways, so technically they could weasel out of that by saying that, she falsified her age, therefore,
Well,
hey,
her mom was trying to also say that it was her daughter's fault and blah blah blah. But so the thing that's crazy to me is that 14-year-olds can't consent. If the argument was that she
legally,
consented, they can't legally do it. That's just the
no.
thing. So,
That's weird.
Sikander's in the house. Cartoon Blues in the house. Ben Bilborough, welcome. How are you? Keen Moore, what's going on? Cornelio, so where you headed, man? I see you.
Ouch!
I see you Tokyo drifting over there.
Yeah, I'm a full-time trucker,
Oh.
part-time pedophile enthusiast,
You know that a lot of young guys are getting into trucking now. You look at it because of the money and then a lot of young men, they want a job where the money's good and they can just be left the heck alone. So and I'm all
doing
for
this
it.
over 10 years, man. It's not all fun and games, trust me.
And he was ultimately arrested and went to state prison in Michigan for 18 months.
Yikes.
Then he moved here. So, did any of that jail time work? Now, keep in mind, he already had sex with a child. So now he's traveled. He's traveled because he's thinking he's going to meet a 15-year-old.
And this is why I think it was me, Alex, Sikander, Liverpool Cat, Lakeland Lady, all of us say there should be just one strike and you're out. That's it, man. That is it. They should not be a revolving door for these people. There just shouldn't,
Female to have sex. He sent video.
Sikander's from Michigan. You guys, he said it, Michigan again. Oh, man.
Videos of him doing ugly things. He sent photographs of himself nude. And ultimately, whenever he came to the house and we tried to take him into custody, he resisted and he was charged with resisting arrest with and
Josh
without
was in the
violence.
house.
That's right. He didn't want to go back to jail. Well, our goal is to send him to jail for a long time.
Good.
Not 18 months after probation like they did in Michigan. We plan to show Michigan what to do with somebody like this.
Oh, did you hear that, guys? He said, we plan on showing Michigan how to take care of this dude. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Keep him locked up. He's the evidence that they will. We plan to show Michigan what to do with somebody like this.
Yes.
If you don't keep him locked up, he's the evidence that they will assault again. He's done it at least once, and he thought he was going to do it again.
Man.
But our great detectives stopped at that.
Look at this guy behind him. Look
well,
at
I thought I'd introduce you to Justin
hold on, guys.
Sturvett. Stopped at that.
Look at Does anyone watch Deep Space Nine? What's the dude's name? Deep Space Nine, bar dude. Morn. Morn. DS9. Oops. Images. That's who this guy. That's who this guy looks like. Look. Oh man, look at this guy behind the sheriff, dude. I'm so sorry. Oh man. Deep Space Nine, man. Those were the days. I love that. I love this show, man. DS9. Whoops. What am I doing? DS9. Oops. Star Trek. Man, oh man. Yeah, I love this show. Look at that. Man, if you guys haven't watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine, man, go for it. Rest in peace, Pranay Abenajwa is his name. Because he passed on. But man, this show was awesome, man. Man, it's so good. All the new Star Trek is trash. So Discovery, Picard, even though I heard the new season is good, but all the new Star Trek is just trash in my opinion. And if you are Trekkies, play Star Trek Online. It's great, man. I haven't played it in a while, but you can kind of get lost in it because it's like World of Warcraft, but you're flying spaceships around and stuff. It's so good, man. It's really, really good. Look at that. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, I digress. I can't look at him without laughing. Oh, look at his jowls.
Well, I thought I'd introduce you to Justin Sturvant. He's 46. He's from Pueblo West, Colorado. Now, what's interesting about
Josh says that Grady Judd is the most Southern name ever. That's true, man. It's Judd with 2 D's and Grady. Yeah, that's great. That is great.
about this, he is a corrections officer
Oh,
for the state of Colorado. That's right. He's a corrections officer.
but you know what? I mean, that doesn't surprise me because a lot of people who work in corrections, man, not in like probation or law enforcement, but man, I just don't see the type that would just want to work in a prison. I mean, that's just not, it doesn't seem like a real no. I mean, someone has to do it, but it's not, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but just, I feel like that profession would really attract those that kind of have a power trip. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the law, literally in the prison, you know?
Did you hear what I said? And he's having unlawful communication and thinking he's grooming a 14-year-old.
Yeah. Cartoon Blues gives the universal that pedo equation, right? Equals rough time in jail for that dude. Was it A plus B equals C, dude? Oh no.
Female. And he is mailing pictures of his junk to her.
He said mailing pictures of his junk. Oh man.
Turns out it's our undercover detective. There was lots of ugly sexual talk, lots of grooming. He was doing this from Colorado. He did not travel. And then when we go to do this investigation, we had some of our colleagues out there. His girlfriend's defending him.
What?
And in fact, he's blaming it on his 18-year-old son.
What?
Well, we have evidence.
No way. Did you guys hear that? So he got caught and he said, well, it looks like my son's been using my computer. Can you imagine that your dad is trolling for 12-year-olds and he has the nerve to try and throw you under the bus? Man, this guy is a piece of trash, man. That's crazy.
So at the end of the day, we find out that he has a criminal arrest history. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? He is a member of the Colorado State Corrections System as a officer, and he has an arrest history.
That's crazy.
Now, some of those cases have been dropped. Some of them had pled. I think one of them was diverted. But he had assault charges, intimidation charges.
What?
Some were dropped, but he had.
Hey, Sikander, this just happened, pal. Check this out. This is it. Look at this. February 24th, 2023. So this just happened, man. I try and stay up to date on the Predo Sting news. You know what I mean?
And not one arrest history. He had one from 2005, one from 2009,
Wow.
one from 2019, and one from 2021. And he's online with committing crimes, felonies in the state of Florida.
Man.
Justin needs to be in the system. He needs to be in prison, but it won't be in the Colorado prison system. It'll be in the Florida prison system.
Isn't this guy awesome? Dude, go to this channel, and he does a lot of his they cover all of his press conferences, but yeah. Hold on, let me share this. Yeah, facts. It is sad that people don't take it more serious.
Jose Armando. The sad case here, he was not one of the undercover operations. But what he did was traveled and had sex with a minor. That's right.
What?
He successfully went online and groomed a young lady, a child, only 14 years of age. And then he crept into her bedroom window at night and had sex with her.
That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, they should never let this guy out of jail. Ever.
He confessed to our special victims unit detectives. And we also have him captured when, I'm sorry, in this case, he didn't creep into her bedroom. That was the other one. He went to her house and picked her up and took her back to his house. And we have video at his house of him bringing this 14-year-old.
So bad. He said they brought Benson and Stabler into this. Oh man, but yeah, WTF, man. This happens all the time, you know. And people can talk trash about Chris Hansen. Oh, Chris Hansen, but you know what? Chris Hansen brought more awareness to this because of TCAP and all the books and speaking appearances that he does. Like he seems to be the most prominent person that's still trying to keep this fight going. You know, say what you want about the guy, but he has done a lot of good.
Child into his home. But this is an example of why we do this. This is the guy from Davenport, Florida, that we look to put in prison. So he groomed this child successfully. He went to her house. He picked her up, took her back to his house, and unlawfully had sex with her.
That's crazy.
Well, this is the guy who crept into the house. He traveled as well. He groomed online a third.
Come on. Look at this guy. Come on, man. God, that's a person whose face you just would not tire of just punching over and over again.
13-year-old successfully. And he went to the house late at night and crept into the bedroom window and engaged in illegal, illicit sex.
That's terrible.
He confessed. Are you ready for this?
He said you could build a bridge between those eyes.
Some things you just can't believe. But he admitted to us that he had STDs.
Oh, no.
but 2 different kinds of STDs
No.
when he had unprotected sex with this child that's
Oh no.
13 years old.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me? He's only been here 2 months from North Carolina.
Wow.
He's already grooming children here and did that while he's eaten up with these diseases. And then
He said, eating up with these diseases. This guy's not playing, man.
he says, "Oh, but it's no big deal. I'm taking medicine."
What? Whoa. What do you think he had? He had do you I think he's got the high five? He's got the yes. So he probably has the H3R P3ES and the high five. Yes, type it out and you know what I'm saying. Nope. It's not that. Wow.
What can I tell you? I certainly look forward to him spending a long time in prison, and who knows what he might have left with that child
That's crazy.
for the rest of her life. Before we go on to another topic, I want to turn the podium over for just a minute to Mark Brutnell and then to Cherie Wood.
Dude, this dude is sweating. Did you see him just like, first of all, what?
On to another topic, I want to turn the podium over for just a minute to Mark.
He's all sweaty.
Brutnell
Oh, whoo,
and
man.
then to Cherie Woody Loud for their comments.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the investigative team for an amazing operation that was conducted. These investigations are different. They're different because what the investigators are exposed to. The stuff that
I said this once in a video, guys. I couldn't imagine being the forensics guys, like any type of computer forensics, because you have to because you got to go through all the chat logs, and if they have any child porn on there, you have to look through it all, And hey, Josh, hey, that happened in my hometown too. There was a guy, and he was going around spreading the high five, at all the clubs and stuff. He would meet girls, and then he knew he had it. It was crazy. This is like 2002, 2003, yeah, and it only got big because the fire chief's daughter was one of the girls. It was crazy, man. I don't know why anyone would do that, but there's men and women who both do that. They know they have stuff. Wow. And they do it anyways.
they have to hear, see, and read, quite frankly, is just disturbing.
Yeah, there you go.
As a law enforcement officer and as a parent, I'm very thankful that these fine men and women stand between our children and these individuals. FDLE is proud to stand with our partners here today to work these types of operations. We take pride in working across the state with other agencies to conduct most of these operations. As you can see, some of these folks here are not from Polk County. Their criminal intent knows no jurisdictional boundary. They think they can hide behind a computer screen or a smartphone from across the state. I guess I would simply say good luck with that. We will continue to work these cases. We will continue to target these individuals, bring them to justice, and hold them accountable. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
So yeah, guys, there's another video that I want to share with you guys real fast. Check this out. Hold on, let's go. History. Check this out.
There's not a day that I don't think
So
about
this
killing
is a
myself.
compilation of wait. No, this isn't it. Of people who were driving drunk, and then they ended up
A short time later, officers
Angela wanted to do.
hold on. That was right. That was the right one. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, Father.
Killed her daughter and grandson, Lawson. Bletchington apologized to the victim's family and was sentenced
So this
to
is a
60
bunch
years
of people who were drinking and driving, ended up, deleting people in their sentences, right? And look at how much time that they give this one woman. Look at this.
What happens next? Crash also paralyzed 3-year-old Clayton Flood and 49-year-old Michael Osborne. The family was traveling from Illinois. Blood alcohol level was 0.12.
So this guy
by sliding across
got in a wreck.
Driving under one.
Here it comes.
Driving while license was revoked as a minor is a crime, quite all right. But what would you call wiping an entire family? Wrong side of the license was revoked or suspended.
So this is all
Henry
that this
Newkirk,
guy was
Fulton County judge,
charged
sentenced him to 50 years in prison.
Good. So you
Driving
see,
with a
you got
revoked
50
license
years.
as a minor is a crime, quite all right. But what would you call wiping an entire family? That's the case of Amber Pereira. This is Amber Pereira. If you thought the previous cases were horrible, Amber's case is about to shock you in Priceville. His ear.
Sorry, guys.
However,
I don't think that's the right one.
The crash left Kennington crash driving, but also affected several other lights in his truck. Even though his license before 2018,
There was
Sean
one
Washington had been arrested 5 times
where a
for driving
girl,
to the scene of a crash. He hit a Ford Explorer head-on, killing 400.
and she only got like 5 years.
Louise Philippak, Rita,
And
his
now
wife,
I
Lane,
can't remember
investigation drunk and driving.
which one it was. Well, I was shocked.
Revolting does not do justice. This is a case of a drunk driver who murdered 6 people.
Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry. I had this queued up, and now So this one woman, she
didn't make it either.
Grzinski's blood alcohol level was 0.341, a little more than an hour after the crash. More than 4 times.
Oh, here it is.
Thanks, give it out. It's very heartbreaking, and I just want to give a message to people: be responsible. Don't drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, I used to work at another place right after grad school, and during where you where you had to run background checks on people to give them certain state services, and we would run background checks. I remember this guy, he had 12 DUIs in Mississippi. 12. Crazy. Yeah, Catwags is right. Ladies always get less time. And Ben Bilbro, I did do a Jeff Stacy video. If you haven't watched it yet, there's 2 of them. But yeah. Unfortunately, Jeff Stacy's no longer with us. I say good riddance to bad rubbish, right?
Can drive.
I am a native of Las Vegas. I love my city.
1 to 5 years old. The crash broke all of their legs, and the 5-year-old suffered 2 taking the lives of Asanta Elizabeth Coleman, 23, to 21 years to life in prison for taking the lives of a Santa Ana couple after a drunk driving collision in Newport Beach. Miss Coleman openly accepted responsibility to the judge for this complete tragedy, said her other defense attorney, Paul Meyer. Coleman pleaded guilty to second degree for slaying Henry Eduardo Saldana Meja.
I can't find
27.
it. But yeah,
and
she
his
got
wife, Gabriela
21
Andrade,
years.
28, on December 8, 2020. The couple's daughters were also hospitalized after the crash. Their 3 daughters, 8 months. Degree charge, as well as vehicular slaying, 3 counts of attempted first-degree attacking, and 2 counts of careless driving causing injury. Number 3, Ivan Dimov. A Vacaville man was slain on Christmas Eve in a traffic collision in Sacramento. Antelope resident Ivan Dimov, 41 years old, was arrested in connection with the demise of Melvin Quan Strong, 28 years old. An officer tried to pull over a driver on suspicion of DUI, but the driver refused to pull over, slowed to 15 miles per hour, then sped away and turned off his headlights, according to a statement. A short time later, officers were notified of a crash at an intersection involving 5 vehicles.
Sad, man. Real sad. Real sad. But I want to try and find that video. Guys, here, give me 1 second so I can see if I can find find this this person's time. And if anyone wants to call in and chat, say the link is in the chat. Go for it. Give me 1 minute to try and find this. But it's real sad, man. It's unbelievable. This woman, she took a bunch of people out, and then she only got like 5 years or something. It's crazy. It's like I don't understand how that's justice, you know? Like I don't get it. Imagine being the family, you know? Like you would just feel horrible because you're not getting any type of justice at all. And I don't know what these judges are thinking when they let this happen. Oh, you know what, guys? Here. So we're gonna close on this, and you guys are not gonna believe this. I had this other video. I was gonna use it on another live. You guys are not gonna believe this. Let me just share my screen real fast, you guys. So this story right here. Right here. Look at the title. But a vigilante targets the wrong person. Oopsie. So this woman right here, she thought that this guy was this person that was doing bad things to her daughter. And we all know what those bad things mean. So she runs him over with her van, and then he survives, and they only charge her with like reckless endangerment or something. It's crazy. Here we go.
This is Brandy Morgan. On January 18th, 2022, she bought alcohol at this liquor store. As she was leaving, she deliberately drove her vehicle into an unsuspecting pedestrian and then fled the scene.
Brandy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry,
That's okay. I'm Detective Balnap, Falls Police Department.
Look at it.
You got a second? We can talk?
Yeah.
She just basically tried to delete someone, and she's all smiles.
Yeah, what's going on?
So I am here about an incident that happened on January 18th. Have you any idea what I'm talking about?
Oh no, this was later on.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If you refresh my memory, I probably might.
Okay. I'm thinking, I know you know what this is talking about because I know you've seen it in the news, and I know that you're kind of scared of what's going on and the repercussions, but it's in reference to a vehicle accident in the Winco parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you recall what happened there?
No idea.
Okay.
Brandy decides.
What is this sign thing on his
play
wall? Is
dumb.
that like golf crossing? Is that not one of the douchiest things you've ever seen? Oh man, I mean, not trying to hate on anyone playing golf or whatever, but come on, man, you have that in your office. Come on.
Not realizing that the parking lot had cameras and eyewitnesses.
Oopsie.
I guess let me go back a little bit, okay? I've been investigating this since it happened, okay? I understand there's more to the story than what I know right now, okay?
But they do know that it was you.
But I also know what happened, okay? I know that your vehicle was used to run somebody over and that you were the driver.
Look at Oh, huh.
More than what I know right now, okay?
Listen.
I also know what happened, okay? I know that your vehicle was used to run somebody over and that you were the driver.
Okay.
I know those things, okay?
All right.
I understand there's more to the story on the backside of that, the reasoning too, and why.
If this was a guy who did this, do you think that they'd, first of all, have just walked him in for questioning, or do you think that they would have gone to his house, kicked in the door, and sicked the canine on him?
And that's what I'm kind of interested in right now. Would you like to tell me about that?
You guys. You guys are hilarious. Oh, Jesus, that tea. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You know what, Sister Candor? I'm gonna start to do more lives, only because it seems like my lives don't get dinged as much as my videos do. I don't know. Like I haven't really had any of the lives get any type of stuff from the YouTube from Florida PD. So yeah. So maybe, you know what? I might just end up doing some more lives.
I don't think that's in my best interest, is it?
What do you mean by that?
I'm making legal statements here. Like, do I need?
You always have the ability to have an attorney. You always have the ability to have an attorney.
Guys, I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again. Guys, always get a lawyer and keep your mouth shut. And she's guilty. She did do it. But if you have to ask, if you have to state the words out loud, do I need a lawyer? You probably need a lawyer. Or should I have my attorney present? Anything that would make that thought bump into your head or whatever. You need an attorney.
Attorney with you right now. You mean okay. I'm here having a conversation with you. You're not under arrest. You're not in handcuffs. You're not anything.
Am I on the record?
You are on the record because I'm a police officer. Okay. Would you like to disclose that the other half of it that I could try to investigate now?
What did
you like to disclose that the other half of it that I'm a police officer?
See, there's his little technique. Well, you know, you already started talking, so do you want to close the other half of that? Well, so I can just basically I can convince you to not lawyer up and keep talking yourself into a hole.
Okay. Would you like to disclose that the other half of it that I could try to investigate now?
You could look up a statement that I made to the Rexburg police years ago.
Okay.
With me and my daughter.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You don't want to talk to me, is that correct?
I don't think I should.
Okay. Can you look at this for me?
To plead the fifth for a moment.
Okay. Will you just look at this for me?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically right up here, okay?
Dang.
Brandy pleads the fifth.
He's got, well, let's check out the instant replay, Alex.
This means she refuses to answer any questions about the case. When someone detained by the police invokes their Miranda rights by expressing a desire to remain silent, the police must stop the interrogation.
Guys, do you realize how rare of a thing that is? See, a lot of people talk trash about the United States, but guys, as flawed as our justice system is, it's one of the best in the world. There's a lot of places that you go to in Middle East, Southeast Asia, South America, where you don't have any rights, man. If you're under arrest, that is it. United States, you have prisoners that can sue the prison from within the prison. I mean, that's crazy. That is not a very common concept around the world, you know. She's gonna watch herself Tokyo drift the minivan over this poor guy.
Okay.
Miley Watts is in the house.
Notice that he doesn't get up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happened to him?
Well, I think he got hit by a vehicle.
We can stop it there. That's the end of it.
Okay.
Look at that.
I have no idea.
She's not even phased.
Would you like to tell me?
Well, I mean, if you want to plead the fifth, and
then you have to. Whatever. Okay.
It's not a one-way street, right? I'm not going to give you free information if I'm not also getting information. Okay.
Okay.
The plot thickens.
It's concerning to me.
To anything, but there is a backstory.
And I don't need you to admit to it. I have your car on camera doing
he gotcha.
You are the exact several witnesses of who it is, right? I'm not here by chance, right? Like you and I both know I landed here. I mean, the sticker came off the back of the car, all of that once it hit the news. It's not like I'm just here just blowing smoke and going after everybody, every Dodge Nitro that's in the.
Oh, she drove a Dodge Nitro. Ugh. You guys remember those? Oh my goodness. Hold on, Dodge Nitro. Guys, these things. I'm sorry if you've ever owned one, but these things were terrible cars, man. My good friend, he had one. He was like, "Yeah, man, it's the Dodge Nitro." I don't know. It was some special edition, like Stone Cold Steve Austin edition. But dude, the rear windows stopped rolling up. He had to replace the front axles like 3 times, but he wouldn't get rid of it. Oh no, man, it's awesome, bro. It was like a white one with like hold on, what was it? Special edition. What was it? Now I can't find it. Look at this ugly thing, but people bought these things. Yeah, man, my Dodge Nitro, it's so cool. I forget what it was. It was like the Texas edition or the Stone Cold Steve Austin edition or something. What was it? Either way, guys, don't buy one of these. It'll be the worst mistake you ever make. Trust me. Here we go.
In any parking lot or registered to anybody in Idaho Falls, right? I'm here because I have investigative steps that have led me to here.
Look at her face.
The backstory, I am interested, so I can call. Were you under Bainbridge then, or was it under Morgan, or what was it under?
It might be under my daughter's name. She's the one that made the statement.
Okay.
So for those of you who just joined, this woman here, she basically Tokyo drifted her Nitro, over this poor guy. And then she got caught because there was a camera and it's the wrong guy. She was in the store and she was buying alcohol, and then she's in a good mood and she looks out and the guy's like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna have a great night now." So she jumps in the car and just but the guy lived, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What year was it?
Oh, let's see. It was probably about 5 years ago.
Brandy is referring to a police report her daughter filed 5 years prior. The report stated that a man named Peter Medina had committed a major crime against her, but due to insufficient evidence, nothing was ever done about it. Brandy assumed that the man she hit was Peter, but the detective is letting her know it was.
Look at her face. You guys remember those commercials? Bitter beer face. Right there, man. Right there. Bitter beer face. You know, man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man. Yikes, man. She does not look like a happy customer.
Was not.
And it's something that happened in Rexburg, is that correct?
Is in the house.
Well, yeah, I think.
In Madison County?
In Madison County, yeah.
Okay. So is it Madison County Sheriff's or is it Rexburg?
It was Madison County, I think, yeah.
Okay. So obviously you said you don't want to talk to me anymore, but I do have a question because generally speaking, I think this is mistaken identity.
Oopsie.
Who is the male that supposedly whatever happened to Aspen?
Peter Medina.
Peter Medina. Okay. Would it change the situation? I'll know that you didn't hit Peter Medina.
Oopsie.
You didn't.
Great.
You hit
Look at that.
innocent.
Look at that. Great. Like she doesn't even care. She doesn't even care.
Person. And broke both of his feet, required surgery, and kept him away from his job. Does that change the situation?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Do you want to talk to me now?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
It's up to you. I'm not going to force you to talk to me, but I think that's something you need to know.
Yeah.
That Peter, what's his last name?
Medina.
Geronimo is the person that you hit.
Oh no, not Geronimo. Wasn't Geronimo the last of the Mohicans and you hit him? Come on, man.
A guy that goes to work every day, has never had a run on the law, never done anything bad, goes to work and was simply stopping at the liquor store to get something that his wife requested him to get. And instead he got 2 broken feet for it. Do you think our anger?
At least, look, this woman is a piece of trash, but that poor guy, at least he only had broken feet, because she could have killed, I mean, she could have deleted him. You know? It's terrible. This woman, she is a horrible human being.
In our haste and our anger, probably overclouds
Oh, probably
the situation.
it's the biggest regret of my life.
So you gotta hit.
After being told that she hit an innocent person,
She doesn't care.
Randy says that her biggest regret is not that an innocent person was hurt,
Of course not,
but that she failed her daughter by not hitting the right person.
And I investigate those crimes every day. I live with them every day. I mean, I have small children. I get that. I live with that, and my heart breaks for you. And I will wholeheartedly say the amount of anger that you have towards that person is the same amount of anger that I would have towards that person.
If this was a guy, do you think that they would be giving a guy this much? I mean, do you think that they would not be sitting here in handcuffs? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
If something happened to my child and I go after these people that do this to their children or their stepchildren or their neighbors or whatever it is, and I do everything in my power to put them away, because I don't want that to be my child and I don't want that to be somebody else's child.
Right. Well, thank you.
And whatever happened here, obviously I don't know, but what Peter is alleged to do is not appropriate.
Yeah.
But in anger and in haste,
blah,
had to put a ramp in front of their house for what do is not appropriate.
Yeah.
But in anger and in haste, we must mistaken identity now has led to a family with their only breadwinner with two broken feet, and he works on his feet all day every day. Had to put a ramp in front of their house for a wheelchair, like all these things that happen to them because.
So what I think had happened is that he was facing away from her, and her vehicle's kind of lifted up a little bit. So she struck him, and then he went forward, and his toes probably caught. And when he went down, it pushed his ankles flat, and well, I don't know, but that doesn't sound like fun.
In a fit of what we think is recognition, anger takes over, and we don't see necessarily what exactly is happening. He may look similar. I will give you that. He may look similar, and I don't know what he looks like, but you have the wrong person. You ran over the wrong person and left him there in the parking lot. Was there anybody else in the car with you? You sure?
I'm sure I don't want to tell you that other people.
Okay.
Just look at how cold and callous she is. Everyone, please, if you're listening to me, if you have a person in your life that reacts this way to something that's obviously like emotion inducing, just run. These are like people who don't cry at the end of Field of Dreams, or people who don't cry at the end of The Color Purple, or at the end of like Saving Private Ryan. Are you human? You know what I'm saying?
There was other people in the car though, and while I understand you don't want to tell me, they are complicit to a crime.
Ooh,
so
oopsie.
I know this is a crappy situation for you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. It looks really bad, right? But it gets worse if you are obstructing an investigation, okay? At most, I'm looking at them to get a witness statement, but they also have information about a felony crime that occurred.
Weren't planning on that, were you?
And they withheld information. That's an issue, right? So I know there's other people in the car, and I would like to speak to the other people in the car. Would you be willing to provide that information for me?
I don't know, maybe.
Would you like to expound on what maybe means?
See, but who do you guys think was in the car? Her daughter and her daughter's friends, or I don't know, a boyfriend or something? What do you think?
I need to make sure someone's able to take care of my kids.
Oh, here's the deal. I'm not, regardless of what you say today, I'm not taking you out of here in handcuffs.
What? You guys, oh my God. See? Guys, and this is what's wrong with the criminal justice system. He has evidence right there that she almost deleted a person. And he just told her that I'm not going to take you out of here in handcuffs.
Like, I'm not here to march you out in front of your coworkers and everybody else.
That would have been surprise them anyway.
What's that?
Said it wouldn't surprise them. I'm always looking for trouble.
Well,
that doesn't surprise me. Oh, you know what? Sikander, yeah, it's correct. I'd never thought of that before. Her daughter was probably in the car, and her daughter's probably the one that said, "Hey, that's the guy." I wonder if that's true. Interesting.
but I'm not here to make your life miserable and add insult to injury, right?
Why not?
Regardless of what you tell me today, you walk out of here and you go back to work.
What?
Well, yeah, there's consequences for our actions. There will always be consequences for our actions. That's why we teach our kids,
Now, guys, let's skip ahead because then you can see how much time she got. All right.
Okay.
This meant she must.
Rizzy has ability to contact me as well. Okay. Like I said, Brandy, I'm not here to make your life miserable.
She just tried to
delete.
to be rude.
I'm not here to heavy hand you.
He's trying to be nice.
I'm not here to tell you that you're a horrible person.
You are a horrible person.
I think a mistake was made. I think a horrible mistake was made, and it's gonna be with you for a while.
Sikander, Josh, how much you want to bet? Trevin Singh, Bill, bro. How much you want to bet that if any of us were sitting in this seat, we definitely wouldn't get that type of treatment? How much you want to bet, right?
But I think a mistake nonetheless, okay?
Yeah, it's going to be a lifetime.
Okay.
Brandy was charged with aggravated battery and leaving the scene of an accident. She was sentenced to 2 to 12 years in prison. This meant she must serve a minimum of 2 years before going in front of a parole board. At that point, they would then decide if she is to be released.
2 to 12 years with a minimum of 2 years. So she could be out in what, 5 to 7? If you look at the 75% rule, that's crazy.
Can I just bring my phone to you?
I'll come with you with it. Coworker, so trying to wait until.
Oh, she's a lunch lady.
Okay, you have my card. Okay, as soon as you have somebody else that you call, so I can get it right back to you. Okay, I'm not trying to deprive this of you any further. Okay.
So she has to show up to the police station. Man, that is crazy. Yeah. Wow. You guys must be nice.
Okay, thank you.
Don't serve
Okay.
You guys good?
Yeah.
You're good? Okay.
Thank you.
Wow. That is absolutely insane. You guys, so what do you think, man? I mean, I think that it's interesting that when it comes to a lot of crimes, there's a gender disparity. But just like the women who are predos, they get less time. But yeah, guys, so just for all you guys who didn't hear the beginning, I was in YouTube jail for a little bit. Apparently I have to watch what I say in some of my videos, and the Kinley one's back up, but the what's his name, I can't remember his name. What's his name? 1 second, guys. The Brian Ruffino one's taken down, is permanently down. I couldn't get it put back on, but something that I must have said in there wasn't good, or maybe it was the map that that was on there because it was saying that it was trying to reveal the people's information. So I think that there are times where maybe it's the phone number that's in the chat log. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have to skip that from now on. So I'll try and find ways around this, guys, because if you do get a strike, then they make it so you can't post for a week, which isn't cool. So I'm gonna make a backup channel just in case, because I don't want to get yeeted off of YouTube and then not have a backup. So, but I'll let you guys know. For those of you who haven't joined the Discord, I'm gonna drop the link for you. Give me 1 second. Where are we? And feel free to join the Discord. I'm going to start making some more stuff happen over there. But I appreciate everyone who's on the Discord already. And Miley Watt says she works around kids. Yeah, that they should have removed her. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna probably start doing more lives on these guys that are Predos who are just on the show for a little bit. You know, the people that I do not remember. And yeah, so you guys, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys who call in, who leave comments, and who show up to watch the lives. And yeah, guys, this is AJ. I'm out of here. You guys have the good rest of your week, and I will be dropping something cool here soon. And we are going to start planning the Lauren Armstrong events. I want to do like a 10-part series of lives just on Lauren, right? And I want you guys to we can schedule who wants to come on the panel in the Discord, because I know that all of us know so much stuff about this guy, and we can all bring resources and do like a interactive thing. And then the Jeff Sokol party is going to be at 1,000 subs. So let's try and get those subs up. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you. And I'm out of here. Have a good one.